Hi guys, welcome to your guided practice for 13.3. Now, before you are watching this, I really hope that you watched our math movie first because that's going to tell you what we're working on for the rest of the day. And don't worry, I have Bunny here to help us with our perimeter question. So today's learning target is I can find the length of an unknown side. Since we know that the perimeter of a shape is the distance around, and you just have to add up all those numbers, it's the sum of all the sides. Today we're going to figure out how to find the length of an unknown side. What if there's a variable there instead of a number? So Bunny is here to help us. So Bunny, do you remember how to find the perimeter of a shape? Oh, that's right. Remember, you have to add up all the sides. All right, so if you'd like to pause the video at any time, that would be fine. Today we're going to be on page 314 of our textbook, and you are going to need some paper so you can follow along with our guided practice. Like I said, today we're on 13.3, finding the length of an unknown side, just like in this video when they're trying to find the straws, or they're using straws, I'm sorry, to figure out the border of this decoration. X is just the same thing as a missing number. So we're going to be having variables today. All right, so down to our guided practice, numbers 1 and 2, it says find the length of the missing side for each polygon. So it has the perimeter given. Now, if the perimeter is 30 centimeters, I have to figure out, and what I like to do is I like to keep my paper nice and neat. And so I write, okay, the perimeter is 30 centimeters, so that way I don't forget, especially since we're using the online book in case something happens. So now I'm going to think about the shape. It is a triangle, so it has 3 sides. So I know that in order to find the perimeter, I have to add up 8 plus 12 plus x. And now I have to figure out what is the missing number? What should be there instead of an x? Well, let me see. 12 plus 8 or 8 plus 12, whatever is easiest for you. So I'm going to go like this. P equals 8 plus 12 is 20 plus x. Now remember, when you have an equation, both sides of the equal sign have to be the same. So if I know that it's 30 over here, 20 plus what is 30? Perfect. So I know that the unknown side is the x should equal, oh, I'm writing 30. No, I'm just going to give that a little cross out. This is why you should not use pen. X equals 10 centimeters. Okay, sorry, my paper is a little bit messy. I'll try to do better on the next one. And the reason for that is because if 8 plus 12 is 20, you have to figure out that this is 10 centimeters because that would equal 30 centimeters for the perimeter around the triangle. All right, now we're going to do number 2. Okay, now this one looks a little bit longer. I'll try to make it a little bit nicer. So number 2, the perimeter equals 25 feet. Okay, now I'm going to write my equation. P equals 4 plus 4. And really, I do like to go around clockwise so I don't forget a number. 4 plus 4 plus 7 plus S plus 7. Now remember, that S is just a missing number. It's the same thing. So we just have to figure out how to make all of these numbers equal 25 feet. So I'm going to chunk them together and kind of add them. So here I have 4 plus 4, and I know 4 plus 4 is, good job, reflex, 8. And 7 plus 7 is 14, and then I'm going to put the variable on the end because to me that seems a little bit easier to have the variable at the very end. So now I'm going to figure out what is 8 plus 14. And remember, if you have to use your fingers, that is okay with me. So 14. Oh, 22 plus S. And do you remember what we're trying to make all these numbers equal? Good job. We're trying to make them equal 25 because that's the perimeter of this pentagon, the five-sided shape. So 22 plus what is 25? Good job. So S equals 3 feet. And you know what? I know this is a little bit messy, so there's a lot of numbers on here. So I'm actually going to circle my answers just so I remember. Now when I go back to the book, I'm going to make sure. So I have 4 plus 4 plus 7, and now I know that this is 3 feet plus 7, and that equals 25. All right, number 3, writing to explain. In the problem at the top of the page, so once again, it's the one from the video, so I sure hope you watched that already. Why does x plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 equal the perimeter 21 inches? So like we were saying, remember x is a variable and it's just to hold the spot of the missing number. So it equals 21 inches because, how could we explain that? It equals 21 inches because, so I'm going to go back up to that little picture. I'm going to think, how does that equal? Because to find the perimeter, you have to add up all the sides. Because to find, and I'm just going to do a cursive lowercase p, to find the perimeter, you have to add up all the sides. And then I'm going to say and, which we don't really start our sentences like that, but that's okay sometimes in math, and x equals 3. Because then I can remember that it's 3 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4. So remember, even if you don't know the length of one side, you can put a variable in there. A variable is just for the missing number. It can be any letter you want. And then you have to figure out what number should be there. All right, number 4. What equation could you use to find the length of the missing side in exercise 1? Exercise 1 really just means problem number 1. And we kind of already wrote it down because I like to write equations. It helps me. So our equation for this would be P equals 8 plus x plus 12. Now another way to write it, because this could still be confusing if you think that you don't know what the perimeter is, but we do know what the perimeter is. So we could also write down 30 equals 8 plus x plus 12. Now I don't usually use the letter x for my variable because sometimes I think that means multiplication, but in this one that's what the book chose. So instead of having the p for perimeter, I put 30 because I know that that's what the perimeter is. So then you just have to find that out. I thought maybe we could do number 5, just because I want to make sure that we understand how to do this. Number 5. Okay, let's do one more. Number 5 says for 5 through 10, find the length of the missing side for each polygon so it has the perimeter given. So once again, we have the perimeter, and we know that the perimeter, bunny, is that you add up all the sides. This bunny is so soft. He's a great friend for this. So for number 5, I know that the P equals 24 inches. And I'm going to write that down because once again, if something happens and I lose my online book, I don't want to be confused. So now I'm going to write an equation. 24, because that's the P, equals 6 plus n plus 8. Now, I just have to figure out what does n equal. So here I have my P. So I've got the perimeter of 24 is 6 plus n plus 8. Now I have to figure out what is the missing number. So first I'm going to add up my 8 plus my 6. So I'm going to say 24 equals 6 plus 8. Reflex should be helping you with this. 14 plus n. And now I'm going to figure out what is the missing number. And I know that both sides of the equal sign need to be the same. So 24 equals 14 plus Good job. 10. So n equals 10. And that is my answer. Well, boys and girls, that's it for today. So just remember, when you find the perimeter of a shape, you have to add up all the sides. Please make sure that you are doing these in order, that you're watching the video, then the guided practice, and then the reteaching. And remember, if you want to, there's also our practice page and the enrichment page. So please enjoy finding the perimeter, and I challenge you to go around and maybe find the perimeter of things like your notebook or the desk that you're sitting at, maybe your bed, and then you can see how tall you should be. So anyway, have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.